The American Whiskey Trail starts farther east than you may think, in George Washington's backyard.
He was a real man that ran a real farm and was a very skilled businessman.
On this sprawling Mount Vernon estate sits a distillery, an exact replica of the one that stood here more than 2 centuries ago. Inside, the same recipes for the same spirits concocted by the first U.S. president.
Washington made a whiskey that was 60% rye grain, and so that's what we're making here. It's got some corn in it, but it's mostly rye, and that was his big seller. That's what they made 11,000 gallons of in 1799.
In its heyday, it was the largest whiskey distillery in America. Today, workers use the same process, skipping modern conveniences for a more authentic product.
We grind all the grain in the water-powered mill, which was one of the reasons the distillery was built by the mill. And then we use hand methods to mix all the grains and prepare a mash, which is a fermentation. And then that all gets bucketed by wood buckets into these stills.
It's a labor of love to bottle up whiskey Washington's way, but workers here prefer a true taste of the founding father's life.
We're at Mount Vernon. To make it any other way would not be right. So we want to use the old methods even though it's harder because we're being true to the tradition of what was done in the 18th century.
At Mount Vernon, Virginia, I'm Aixa Diaz.